up more on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the process. I think the way the internet shows it, it makes it seem like it's so simple, but it can take a year or longer to really prepare yourself for what that is, especially if you have no knowledge or background or education behind it. You're not going to know. You're going to realize that, oh, I thought I made enough money, but there's other things that they look at that I didn't consider. You know what I mean? So it's like it's going to be
you
different.
Mentioned that. Let's talk about that. What are some things that persons should be considering? Mm-hmm. I mean, we're touching the subject anyway. Let's go in. Right.
I mean, you want to have steady income that you can prove. That's a major thing. Excuse me. Also, I mean, to be honest with you, a lot of my clients have the income, but the credit is the situation that needs improvement in order for them to be approved for a mortgage. And a lot of times, it could be something as simple as having high debt, high credit card balances, or, you might have missed a few payments, but you really want to focus on having your credit score. I don't want to say the minimum, which is 580. I want you to shoot for 620 or higher, minimally 620. So, and when you're in that sector of the credit score field, you kind of get a lot better options. Mm-hmm. And then you can also qualify for other grant programs, because a lot of these free money that's out here, you have to have a minimum credit score in order to obtain it. So 620 for me is where you want to focus on as far as your credit score. Mm-hmm. Like I said, your income, and then reserves. Like you want to also have savings, like mm-hmm. not just for the down payment or the closing costs, but extra too, for if you have to make repairs, or a lot of times the banks want to see that you could pay the rent for the next 3 months. They want to see those reserves. So it's really big to have those 3 things in place. And like I said, it could take a year or 2 for you to really get in a position to where knocking all of those things off the list.
Right. So basically, in other words, when you get the house, you're not house rich, but cash poor.
No, it's called being right. You don't want to be house poor. Exactly. Right. And I wouldn't want that I wouldn't want to sell somebody a house and I know they're barely breathing, trying to keep it up. You know what I mean? So it's like, you want to buy confidently and you want to be comfortable. That's my biggest thing, is being comfortable.
Awesome. That sounds good. That sounds like good stuff. So the numbers have to be right. Even if it's a grant program, your credit score have to be right.
Yes.
Your numbers have to be right around the board, both the money, the down payments, and so on.
And that's what I was saying. Like, if you know you want to buy a house, but you've never spoken to a mortgage professional, you don't know what you might need to work on. So if you know at some point you want to own a home, you need to have a conversation literally today so that you can figure out what you need to work on, because it might take time.
Okay. So do they come to a realtor first or the mortgage people first, like Rocket Mortgage or whatever?
I mean, technically you can go directly to a mortgage professional. They should be able to help you out. But the thing about mortgage professionals they're similar to realtors, where they kind of all have their own business, and a lot of people operate differently. So for me, I've developed relationships with a lot of strong mortgage professionals where they hustle and they work as hard as me. Excuse me, I need my water. They work as hard as me. They care about you and they want to actually find the best programs out there for you. And they have, the ability to do that. Like, I think it's important to find your realtor first, because we have relationships with people that I know you need to talk to in order to get you where you need to be.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And so I'm going to have you tell them how to find you. Before we go further, go ahead and just introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about who you are, real quick.
Well, my name is Gentraia. Last name is Brown. I just go by my first name, though, Gentraia. I am in the Metro Detroit area, specifically like the Southfield, Farmington Hills area. I am a realtor. I've been licensed for about 3 years now. Like you mentioned earlier, I had a lot of success this year. I had my best year yet. I made a lot of life changes, I would say, like at the beginning of the year, a lot of mindset changes, and really started to, I would say, think bigger and work harder. And it really paid off a lot this year. So I'm excited about where my business is going. I primarily help a lot of young professionals and young families purchase their first home confidently. And what I mean by that is answering every single question that you have, giving you resources to make sure that you understand everything that has to do with buying a home from start to finish. Like I said, I make sure you're connected with the right lenders that are giving you true information and things that are actually going to help you. And yeah, just I care about my clients. I try to build a relationship and a friendship with every single one of my clients because I do feel like it's really a lifelong thing. You're not just going to buy this one house and be done with it. Like, you know, you have family and friends, you might want to move. And I like to position myself as like a resource for you for whatever you need. So you can always text me or call me, email me, or find me on Instagram, and I'll be able to, you know, answer whatever questions you have or help get you in the right direction when it comes to either buying your home or selling one.
Okay, and you could give them the IG connection.
Yeah, so my Instagram is just my first name, Gentraia, Gentraia. That's it.
Okay, awesome. You're on Facebook too, or just IG?
I am on Facebook, and this is the thing about my name. So I'm pretty much probably the only Gentraia in the world. So if you Google my name, you will find my Facebook, my Instagram, my website, my everything. So you can find Google me, Google my business. You'll see my phone number, my office, everything. So I have a position where I just have a name, you Google, and stuff pops up.
That's cool. Awesome. Cool. So there you have it.